morning. The time is 12:31 p.m. I'm going to my local library to get some work done. I've been making a few essays in different places in my Notion, so I want to consolidate that. They're coming from conversations I've had with people. I spoke to my lead dev, I spoke to a product manager, another person who is not in tech but is in music, but I still really wanted to learn about his experience. I've got a few notes from those that I think would be helpful for other people to learn, like perspectives. So today I have to consolidate those notes for Pivot Tech to put them out. I'm doing a bit of filming on the process and what I'm also going to be working on. So I'll do some data structures, algorithms while I'm at the library. I have a book I haven't returned. I've just kept on extending because I haven't been able to make the commute over there. But today we're getting everything done, so pretty excited.
There you go, it's due about the 15th of February.
Hi, so it is 4:20. I have just gotten back home from the library. I showed 3 books and I finally decided on Gaslight. It's by a Nigerian author, Femi Kayode, so that drew me to it. It was either this or another book about a detective trying to unravel some mystery. And this is similar. This is also a detective story, but I haven't seen one by a Nigerian author in a while, so I decided to get that one. I also went into Waitrose to get pesto and linguine for dinner. Just those 2 things. And I went and bought an entire rotisserie chicken because I can. So I got that. I also got this delicious bottle of wine. I really like sweet wine. Let's see if this focuses. It's so funny that now I'm doing the let's see if this focuses thing. Well, it did. There it is. Or it didn't. I'll see this eventually. So I got that. I got dark chocolate Tanak biscuits. I've had one already. Dark chocolate, because I really enjoy this. So plan for the rest of the evening is I cook, finish editing the post I want to put out. I speak to my mom, speak to family, and catch up with a few friends. And that's it. I'll start reading this book, or actually continue watching a few YouTube videos that I had started. But let's see how it goes. Bye. So I'm currently, I've been making this list, and I'll maybe share a screen record of myself going through the list of different requirements I've been seeing for mid-level engineers. I'm not trying to start and be a junior engineer, then mid-level, then senior, because as I've been having conversations with people, they've been saying a lot of what you are doing seems to not be junior level, it seems to be mid-level, so I should in a sense, continue in that way. To clarify what I mean here, I don't want to limit what I learn based on the perceived level I'm at. So I don't want to say I'm not going to be paying attention to any skills or competencies that a senior would have just because I'm not a senior yet, especially since I've taken an unconventional approach to learning. It means that when I'm building projects on my own, I frequently have to display skills that would not be searched for as a junior, that you would most likely only display as a mid-level or a senior, someone starting a project, starting a company. So that's what I mean by I'm not trying to start as a junior, then become a mid-level, then become a senior. If there's a competency I need, I don't want to limit myself to learning it just because I'm not necessarily at that years of experience. So yeah. I'm currently using ChatGPT to make a condensed version of all the different skills and requirements I've seen from different places, because it's the capacities you bring in that level. So I will share what I get from this, possibly, probably, but I would say make your own list, job postings you like or roles you think you would be good in, see what they're asking for, and then make a condensed vision, almost like a vision board, where you say, this is what I'm trying to get to, and all the experiences I'm having should, in a sense, push me towards this. So I want to use this and have a discussion with my lead dev to say, hey, I'm trying to meet these competencies. So what do we have to work on that I can work on that would help me gain these skills and would also help me, while I'm helping the company, of course, I'm building the project with them, I'm building the app with them, so that's already there. But what do we have that can help me hone in on these particular skills that I would like to get good at? It's a give and take, if that makes sense. So yeah, it's pretty exciting. I love ChatGPT. I love how useful it is for things like this. So let's keep going. That makes more sense. So I asked it to, in a sense, take these different lists or these different skill sets and condense them into something comprehensive with themes, sub-themes. I have things like technical skills, business skills, leadership skills. But then I gave another prompt. How best can you present this information for a junior engineer looking to move into a mid-level? And that rephrased the way it presented it into more of a, here are the technical skills, then you're moving into leadership, so this is what you should look for. And I think that's very helpful. I will share this on the Substack, on the Pivotech Substack. I will also, I'll see as much value as I can give, I will aim to share that. So yeah, I'm going to do some more reading, setting this up. Let's see how it goes. Now I am going through the project that I was working on, business banking application. It's a remote backend engineer position, and I want to go through the folder, the project structure, and get a sense of how this is being built, so I understand what the difference between this and, for example, Kitchen App is, and that will help me also apply this to other solutions I want to build. It's a TypeScript project. I see that there's a Docker file. I haven't used Docker. I'm hoping that in this project I'll get some experience with this, but I'm not too focused on that as opposed to knowing how a business banking app or a fintech app in general is built. So all right, so I'm going to have breakfast. The time is 11:02. I'm going to have some breakfast. I will most likely...
Good morning, Ketchy. I don't know that.
Sometimes it does that. So let's just go have a break. But I know a few people that did like elect in Unilag, and they're not working with what they studied. So I wonder.
Pretty much. Yeah. That I know that studied elect is not doing elect. Be honest. Yeah.
This evening, I had a conversation with someone who actually transitioned while they were still in university. They studied electrical engineering, and it's funny because I don't think I've ever met someone who studied electrical engineering in Nigeria that is practicing anything in the field. They've all become software engineers. I'm not sure if that's a Nigeria-specific problem, or not problem, but Nigeria-specific dynamic, or if it's something widespread. It might just be a Nigeria-specific thing. I'd like to know. What do you think? In any case, he didn't see himself practicing in that field, and so while he was in university, he started learning how to code and got an internship at Goldman, where he currently works. And it was just really good getting to to learn more about how progression and learning goes. One major thing I got from this conversation was we shouldn't rush the process, because there's this magic of solving your first problem when you're learning how to code and you build something for the first time, or you solve a problem. That feeling, that inspired feeling that, yes, I've got it. That feeling is something that at certain points you might not necessarily always have, because you've done a lot and maybe you already know a lot. And my question, or what we were discussing, was, is this an end that everybody would reach? Or is there a way to still have that curiosity, still have that going after new things, building new things, discovering new things? I wonder if it's a function of being at a bulge bracket bank compared to being at a smaller startup or a scale up. These are things that I guess I'll find out, but I'm trying not to lose the magic in this process, because, it's pretty cool to be able to do what we do. So this was a good conversation and a good evening. I was having a conversation at this point with somebody who recently transitioned into tech and had connected with me. When I originally went through her LinkedIn profile, I didn't think she was she was a software engineer till I saw the telltale signs, following different boot camp pages, liking posts, and also completing a few courses herself. So we connected, and I wanted to jump on a call to see how things were going with her and her transition. I learned 3 major things that I think would be interesting to share. The first is that more and more people are gaining interest in various fields based on social media. All these day in the lives of someone in software engineering or someone in product management, it's reaching more people than we know or than we could think. And I love the fact that people can look at this media and say, is this something that would fit my personality, would fit my skills? That's something that was pretty interesting to see. Another thing was that listening to her journey, learning and building, what stood out was that you can learn the technicals. It's always easier to learn the technicals just doing something, but then we need to champion the mindset behind it, the problem-solving mindset, the can-do attitude, because then that would give, for example, someone like her confidence when she's going into her first role and wondering how to navigate it. That in itself is a problem to be solved, is something that you can figure out. It's okay to not have the answers. It's just another thing to work on and to solve and to get better at. The final one was connecting with people is very important. In her transition, she had been reaching out and connecting with other people who had made similar transitions. This gave her motivation. It made her see that these things were very possible. And these people you reach out to and you form connections with, they will cheer you on, they will motivate you. Sometimes you might not know how to do something, but they can give you a hint. Sometimes you might want to build with people, and it's those people in your network that you'll be able to reach out to and build with, and it's just very empowering. So I had a great conversation with her, told her a bit about my story, about my own transition, and just helped her look at certain things in her transition, whether it's technical or how to approach, possibly being in a new role in her same job that's slightly more technical. I enjoyed this conversation, and I'm looking forward to speaking with more people who are making these sorts of transitions.
think that you're not motivated, you just started, but someone else could be in your shoes, you were maybe a few months ago, and they're considering it, but they see, hey, Ria has posted that she did JavaScript, now she's done the she posting, and your journey is what will motivate somebody else, the same way like me posting my journey helps you find me, and you posting yours makes someone else find me. Like if we are not showing up, then we will tell other women, other men, like people who are genuine to make this transition, because tech is hard, but if you see other people doing it, you will think maybe I can be part of these people doing it too.
Hi. It is now the end of the day. My battery died, so now I'm filming this on my phone, and it's been such a good day. I had a conversation with somebody who transitioned, or is at the beginning of her transition from beauty and retail into software engineering. And it was so inspiring seeing how putting yourself out there, documenting your journey and giving all this information, or how me doing that has meant that I can connect with other people on their journeys or already in their roles, like I am, as software engineers. I also had a brilliant conversation today has just been good. I got to get some work done. I put out the posts I wanted to put. I spoke to a few people at the co-working space that I was in, that I worked from today, and it was just beautiful. This evening I spoke with somebody who helped give more shape to the thesis I've been forming regarding how a multidisciplinary technologist should show up, or even the concept of a multidisciplinary technologist. That's in a sense what I am. I love to write code. I absolutely enjoy problem solving. But then I also enjoy thinking about business or opportunities, how to solve problems, how to build things. I also love speaking to people. I love writing. This thing is taking on some shape that I'm not quite sure what it is, because I don't have a precedent for it. And in a sense, I think all our journeys should be like that, like us creating or being the precedent for what we want to see. I realize that might not be everybody's interest, but if you're watching this, you might share the same sentiments, and I'm looking forward to connecting with people who do, and also hearing perspectives from people who might see it in a different way. So thank you for staying with me up till this evening, and I will show you more of my day in another video.